Anthony works in the grocery store, saving his pennies for someday. Mama Leone left a note on the door. She said, "Sonny, move out to the country. Ah, but working too hard can give you a heart attack. You wanna know by now? Who needs a house out in Hackensack? Is that all you get for your money? And it seems such a waste of time. If that's what it's all about, Mama, if that's moving up, then I'm moving out. I'm moving out. Sergeant O'Leary is walking the beats. Night he becomes a bartender. He works at Mr. Cacciatore's down on Sullivan Street, across from the medical center. And he's trading in his Chevy for a Cadillac. You wanna know by now? If he can't drive with a broken back, at least he can polish the fenders. And it seems such a waste of time. If that's what it's all about, Mama, if that's moving up, then I'm moving out. I'm moving out.
Hey Claude, you free at 9 tomorrow?
I think I should be. Why?
How would you like to come in and help me teach the class?
Yeah, I can do that.
Excellent. It'd be a nice change of pace for how things have been going this semester, and we're going over some basics, just hydrogen bonds, nothing crazy.
Okay, yeah, I can do that for sure, yeah.
I'm just about done making a basic plan of what we're going over tomorrow, so just make sure to leave at the door at the bottom of the stairs. Remember, everything locks at night.
Okay, well, sounds good, Professor.
Get home safe, Claude.
Thank you.
You ready?
Oh, yeah. Mind if I use the bathroom real quick?
Yeah, of course. Just be right back. I'm about to get started.
Okay, cool.
All right, class, good morning. I just want to give everyone a reminder that and don't forget that the two dots belong at the bottom and the top of this model is very important, and it will be on your next exam. Now, that will be all from me today in class. Whoa, class, hold on. You're not done yet. I'm gonna take a seat, but Claude is gonna finish up class for everyone.
All right, class. Let's go ahead and continue our discussion on hydrogen bonds. Yeah?
Yo, can I use the bathroom?
Yeah, and you don't have to ask. Yeah, you can go.
Alright, cool.
So, with hydrogen bonds, you have to, hold on. Okay. So, with water, you actually have to consider the arrangement of the atoms in the molecule when talking about how it can form hydrogen bonds. And so, with your lone pairs up here, it would create a dipole moment. So you have a net negative charge up here, and then you would have a partial positive charge here on the hydrogens. And so what you can do with this is if you have another partial negative charge here, say you have a fluorine and a carbon.
Skin bro.
All right, does anyone know any other elements that could form a hydrogen bond with this hydrogen here on water? Anyone? All right, fine. So another molecule that can form a hydrogen bond with this hydrogen is an oxygen. So you could actually just have another, and then, yeah.
Do you have a better marker?
Do we have a better marker? Okay. So you have your other water molecule here, and this will also have the same dipole moment as before. So your partial negative will still be on your oxygen, and this would form another hydrogen bond with the. What is that?
Ugh, they're drumming upstairs again. It happens every day. It's just a matter of when.
Okay, well, so here,
Actually, Claude, why don't you go upstairs and tell them to quiet down, and I can finish up today's lesson.
I mean, I think it's fine.
Do it, Claude. You there.
Me?
Tell me another element that can bond with H2O. Tell me one now.
Nitrogen?
Perfect. Hey Claude, I'm almost done grading everything for the night, and it's getting kind of late, so if you wanted to head out, that's totally cool.
no, it's okay. I only have a few more left. I can finish them really quickly.
Claude?
I insist. You can go. It's been a long day.
I guess you're right. Thank you, Professor.
No. Thank you, Claude. You did some amazing work today.
Yeah, thanks. All right, see you, Professor Black.
Good night, Claude. Actually, Claude, one more thing. How are you doing? I know it was a rough day and it's been kind of weird, so I just wanted to check in.
Yeah, it was a weird day. I think I just have to work out the kinks in a lecture, and then hopefully we'll be better next time.
Just so you know, things are a lot smoother the more reps you get. I didn't start as an amazing professor either, but if it's ever too much, or if you need anyone to talk to, feel free to reach out. I'll be here for you.
Of course. Thank you, Professor.
Bye, Claude.
Bye.
Hey, Claude. Forget something?
No.
Oh, okay. So, what are you here for?
Right. Sorry. Well, I came back because I did want to talk about what happened in class today, and then also some other stuff as well.
Yeah, of course. I just need to finish writing these all up, but I can talk while we do that.
Okay. Yeah, I can help with that.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So, what's up?
I don't know. I think I'm just rethinking some things, like being a TA and being a chemistry minor, especially with engineering getting harder and harder, and really even my interest in engineering at all. It's just everything's a mess. I'm just lost.
Claude, what?
I don't know. I'm just lost.
Well, why specifically do you feel that way?
I mean, it's kind of like what I was saying earlier, you know? My workload just keeps getting heavier and heavier. I just don't have time for anything. It's all starting to pile up now. I barely have any time to do anything that makes me me. I don't even know who I am anymore. It's just all overwhelming, you know?
Okay, I understand. What all do you usually do in a day?
Well, at 8 o'clock I have my astrodynamics class. And then I get a little bit of a break before my next class at 10. And then usually after that I'll stop and get lunch, and then it's right back to class at 1. And then I'll go home for a bit, do a little bit of homework, eat dinner, and then it's right back to homework. And then I usually get done at 11:30 every single day. And then that's all I can do just to get 8 hours of sleep, and then right back to it.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, I know. It's just gotten to a certain point.
And what might that point be?
I'm just not having fun anymore.
Listen, Claude, I hear you. I want to ask, though, what got you into engineering and chemistry in the first place?
Well, for aerospace, you know, I've always been interested in planes and space and stuff like that. And then I'm also good at math, so it kind of fits in there.
And has that been an issue until this year?
I mean, honestly, not really. You know, it's always been a lot of work, but I'm usually able to stay on top of it. You just gotta keep going.
So it's really only been a problem this year?
Yeah, just this semester. It's really the chemistry work that's adding up.
So I gotta ask, why the chemistry minor? I mean, it's probably the hardest minor that we offer here at this school, and it's basically like having a double major. If you're really into engineering, I don't see why you wouldn't just stick to that.
Well, chemistry's interested me for a bit as well, and I almost majored in it before coming to college. I just wasn't too sure about it, but then after your class freshman year, I just decided to add it on.
Well, I'm glad you changed your mind, because I've seen you put in some amazing work these last few years. And why else do you think I asked you to be my TA or for you to teach the class?
Yeah, I mean, I just wish I could have done better.
Well, what do you think you need to do differently to reach your goals?
That's it. I don't know. That's the problem. I mean, I've always been bad at public speaking and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember your presentation from Gen Chem.
Don't remind me.
Well, if that's all, I'm sure we can find ways to improve on your public speaking skills.
Yeah, I wish that was it though. Being a TA is great and all, but I feel like it just had so much work on top of my classes.
Do you really want to be a TA?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to be your TA still.
Let me tell you a secret. Last spring, after I fired my last TA, I received 16 to 18 applications from my next position, and I only looked at, guess how many?
How many?
One. I only looked at one application, Claude, and it was yours. Out of the 16, 17, 18 applications I received, I knew that none of them would be as qualified as you are. And some of them are grad students now.
I mean, are you even allowed to do that?
No, that's why I wanted to keep it a secret. So don't tell anyone. The point is, though, Claude, you're a very gifted student. You don't just stay on top of your work, but you always excel at it.
Most of the time, yeah.
Can you tell me one time that you didn't?
Oh man. Yeah. There's this one time in 8th grade where I just forgot about a test until maybe an hour before it. It's bad.
And what happened then?
Well, I tried to cram, but I still failed.
And after?
Well, I've been more on top of things and I've been a way better manager of my time, that's for sure.
Was that the last time you failed something?
Yep. It was even the last time I got below a B on a test until last year.
And what class was that?
Spanish.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Not my best work. But just out of curiosity, why are you even asking all this?
Well, it tells me that you're nothing less than an amazing student. I mean, the fact that you've been able to keep up with all that for the last 7 years straight and still get pretty good grades out of it, it's impressive. However, it does seem like you're going a little too fast. Too much all at once is never a good thing, and I think if you don't at least put the brakes on a little bit, it could backfire pretty soon.
How so?
Well, you're taking the hardest major and hardest minor here, plus working yourself overtime as my TA, and leaving very little time for yourself. You're bound to crash.
Maybe.
You will.
Well, I disagree, but I'll finish grading this test and I'll probably just go home. It's getting late.
Fine.
Alright. Well, this one's done. Is that all of them?
Yeah, looks like we're done.
Okay. Well, I better get going then.
Wait. Can I tell you a story really quick?
Sure, yeah.
Well, let me tell you. Back when I was an undergrad at UNM, I was a chemistry major, biology minor, and I was just like you. Top of the class, but busy, stressed out. I even had an entirely separate research project I was a part of. And it would have been great for my career, honestly, but then it happened.
What happened?
Well, I did everything I thought I was supposed to. I stayed on top of my work the best I could, but, you know, too many sleepless nights, not enough fun days out with your friends. It adds up. Before I knew it, everything was weighing on top of me. I couldn't finish anything. My application process was completely scrapped. I didn't even get an email back, and I just gave up because there wasn't anything to look forward to anymore.
But, Professor, I mean, it seems like things worked out. I mean, look at you now. You're a professor. You're working here. You're teaching a great class. I mean, it's all fine in the end, isn't it?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I picked everything back up. I went back to grad school, and eventually I was able to secure a position here, but let's be honest, Claude. This is no Stanford or Harvard. I'm teaching Gen Chem at St. Louis University.
I guess not.
And that's the thing, Claude. A little bit of extra focus in different parts of your life can take you a long way. I think that you have a lot of potential and that academically you're probably smarter than even I am. I just think it's a pretty familiar path you're going down, and I don't want you to go through the same thing I did. If you really need it, I can take over the TA work for a few weeks while you get your footing back, but really I just want the best for you.
Thanks, Professor, but I can do it. I think I just need to manage my time a little bit better, and I should be able to handle everything.
You're capable of so much, Claude, but you can't do everything, especially not at once. And you're gonna crash if you keep going at this rate.
I can do it, Professor. The semester's only a few weeks longer. Thank you for the advice, but I can do it.
All right, Claude. But just remember, I warned you.
See you tomorrow.
See you then.
The walls of the city streets and didn't explain. Sadly showed us our ways. I've never asked him why. Cast down, it was heaven sent, and to the church, no intent to repent. On my knees, just a cry.